Go.
Hi, this is Judith, your Executive Director, bringing you this week's 180. Rabbi Fred and I have just come back from a very powerful meeting with a number of government officials and antitrust specialists, but most importantly, with probably over 100 members of the Metro Washington, D.C. Jewish community, who came together, and as the leader of the JCRC pointed out, were able to unite in one voice, speak for 45 minutes, and no one ran over, and all agree on the same thing. And what was agreed upon was this, that there is a need for Jewish community, that regardless of our denominations or our differences, and in fact because of them, we are one community that needs to come together in times of happiness and in times of grief to support each other. That's my friend.
So specifically, this took place on Erev Halloween. This is the beautiful parking lot when empty, in autumn foliage. And we had this packed room with representatives of the Federal Trade Commission and also the Maryland Attorney General's office around an antitrust issue. How arcane, but how important. It concerned a proposed merger between the largest and second largest conglomerates of funeral homes. As many of you know and have had to, but have been privileged to use the services of Heinz Rinaldi Funeral Home under the group contract of the Jewish Funeral Practices Committee, which was founded by our own member Bob Hausman. This is an opportunity, unlike any other metropolitan area that we know of, for the power of the Jewish community to come together to predetermine how it will go in our times of stress and grief, to make it affordable, to make it simple, and to keep it all above board and clean and ready to go when we need the tsuris the least. It also, as we found out, saves thousands of dollars per customer compared to the prevailing rate. So the narrow issue that we just raised, and that we would ask you to raise your voices to as well with the FTC and the Attorney General's office, is to weigh in so that Heinz Rinaldi is not part of SCI's buyout of Stewart. That's the largest buying out, the second largest holding company of funeral homes, so that Heinz Rinaldi can continue to honor the Jewish Funeral Practices Committee group contract. The broader issue that it raised was all of these Jews gathered as a local market, concerned about what happens in those moments of stress and grief, and we cannot say enough the importance of thinking about this ahead of time. So from this political and economic issue, let's be reminded once again to talk with our loved ones, to talk with your rabbi and cantor and community, to know what to do when the time comes. Sooner or later, the bell tolls for all of us. May it be not till 120, but may we be ready, and may we have incredible community resources like the Jewish Funeral Practices Committee group contract. Call us anytime. That's our 180 for today. Comments on the bottom as always. Thanks.